Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fresh Takes Gaming Podcast, episode 33, the video game podcast that brings you fresh takes on the game industry news, kerfuffles, rebuttals, and general drama. Yeah, that's happening. That's what we do here. If you like that, if you like what we're doing, check out our YouTube channel at bit.ly/watchftg because we don't have a vanity link yet, which leads me into our 100 subscriber giveaway because we need 100 subscribers to get that vanity link that we so desire. So in order to do that, we are doing the giveaway. 100 subscribers, there's a video. It'll be linked down in the description below. Click that, comment on it, subscribe to the channel, and then you'll be entered into the giveaway once we hit 100 subscribers. So that's that. No sponsors this week, which is okay because we sponsor ourselves sometimes, and that's all that matters. So anyway, that is what's going on. We are going to get into things, but first I will introduce myself. My name is Evan. I am one of your hosts, and I'm joined by my co-host, Nick. Say hello, Nick.
Hello, what's going on, everybody?
So it's been a busy week. I am excited too. I like your shirt, man. I like your shirt tonight. Zombie Task Force. That's what's up. So got a little bit of a new setup going on. Camera's on a different side of the setup tonight. So if I'm looking away, it's because I'm used to turning left instead of right. I feel like Zoolander. I can't turn right. Can't turn right. So, Blue Steel, baby. So that's what's going on. But yeah, everything's been okay. Life's been busy. COVID's still doing its thing. Election debates are happening, but we won't get into that. We've put it on our Twitter. We do not put political commentary in our gaming entertainment and in what we try to provide to you as a listener or viewer. So that is a solid promise from us here. We will keep our political views out of it because it seems to be quite the issue of contention right now across games media and games media personalities. They just like to put it out there and rally around their particular candidate. We ain't having it. If you want to know about game stuff, we're going to give you game stuff. You want to know our fresh takes? We're going to give you our fresh takes without political commentary. It doesn't belong here.
No.
That's a fact. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll get into it. We're a little behind. We had a delay the other week. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get to the show. But family's always first here. Fresh Takes Gaming. That's one of our main pillars of our community is we're family first. You can't show up or do something or participate in something because of family. Totally understand. It's good. Family's always first. So how's the wife doing, man? She doing good?
She's doing better now.
Doing better, yeah.
Still not resolved, but
okay.
She's not crumpled up in the fetal position anymore, so that's good.
It's positive steps.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction if nothing else.
Right. Okay. And I do have some delicious coffee here, so I'll be drinking that. And you are...
I'm coffeeless today, actually. I left my mug at home.
Whoa.
I know.
I think that's a first, man.
My insomnia has kind of gotten out of control at this point. I sleep for like 4 hours, and I go to sleep at like 6 a.m, and then
it's not good, man.
I'm up.
It's not good.
So I'm trying to cut like caffeine out a little bit and some other stuff. So
speaking of cutting things out, bro. I'm cutting out the carbs.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It's we've mentioned it before. The COVID cushion's a very real thing, and this thick boy's getting thicker. So, yeah, it's when the clothes I have start not fitting real great. Not good. Not good. So.
No, I totally get that.
Yeah,
but good. You can't. You need a winter coat too, though. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I will never, ever be a skinny dude. Like, I know that. Like, I don't know if it's not my DNA. It's just not going to happen. I will always be some level of chonk. Okay? Like, it's going to happen. It could be a varying level. It's going to fluctuate possibly, but there will be some level of chonk on me. It's just how I am. Always been that way. So.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I've ever done to try to, like, I've never done diets or anything like that. I don't believe in them. There's so much science against it. And I love, like, at the end of commercials, you see they always end with being active 3 times a week. If you're active 3 times a week, it's going to affect how you look regardless of how the fuck you're eating. So the way that I've always done it is that I just cut down my portion size. Because my biggest problem is I get stuck in that mentality. If it's on my plate, I got to finish it.
Well, that's how we were brought up, right? Like, at least I was. Like, my parents were like, "It's on your plate. Clean your plate." Like,
yeah, clean your plate.
And that's that's a
and our
fallacy.
Portion size is like double of the rest of the world, triple in some places.
Yeah, we're Americans are just gluttonous. So
I'm not arguing.
No, it's just how it is.
Yeah, I love cheese and sour cream. Like that's never gonna leave.
No, never ever. I love dairy. Love dairy. But so like, yeah, so and part of what we do here, we'll get to the game stuff. We're not going to dilly-dally too much, but we'll get to the game stuff and the topics. But we talk about our lives because we haven't seen each other in a little while, so that's what we do.
Okay.
So yeah, going on with low carb stuff. Wife is, helping me. She's definitely, watching what I eat, helping with that. Almost to sometimes it annoys me, but that's because, thick boy's not getting what thick boy wants. So sometimes I get a little grumpy, but she has my best interest at heart and I love her for it.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, like last night I had like buffalo chicken lettuce wraps, like protein, all protein, like zero carbs in it. I was pretty satisfied. I had a little snack later of some cheese, dairy cheese, and just like a couple pepperonis. Again, just protein, no carbs. And then like I'm probably limiting myself carbs a little too strictly right now, but I'd rather go hard initially and then slowly modify and find a good baseline to keep going with. So anyway, this is not the Fresh Takes Diet channel. This is Fresh Takes Gaming channel. So, but
this isn't Wii Fitness.
No, it is not. It is not. This isn't CrossFit. But yeah. So other news, we got this going on behind us now, or me.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
So
I've been sitting there
something
like
put together,
watching.
little something to add to the variety here. So
Yeah.
I think that's Ori right now back there.
Yep. It's
Great game. Beautiful game.
Yep.
So let's get into it. Ori, Microsoft title. That's a great segue into our first news. Thank you. Random slideshow picture back there of Ori. So our first topic, which is a few weeks old now, but we're going to cover it anyway because, again, give our fresh takes on it regardless of when it took place. Microsoft's purchasing Zenimax Entertainment, basically the owner of Bethesda. How do you feel about that, man?
I feel like that they're turning into Umbrella is what I feel like for like gaming. They're just slowly enveloping everybody. The thing that bugs me though, like I think it's great. I really hope that they did kind of push Bethesda for like Fallout to like update their engine because they use a very old engine that's how come it's so prone to breaking, and that's why Fallout 76 had the issues that it did. It was a part of it. Let me say it that way. It was a part of it.
Yeah.
So I hope to see some changes like that go into the core structure of their games. But I also, I think it could be refreshing. We'll see what happens. I think we'll start seeing a lot more, cash grabs as a result of it. Like microtransactions out the ass now, but I'm still waiting to see stuff from the initiative. Like this isn't new. They've been eating everybody for like ever. They've been doing it past 2 years really hard where they're just absorbing companies like the Blob and pushing it in the initiative, and we're just not seeing anything coming out of it. I really inquiring minds want to know. We need to get some friends there is where we need friends.
That is where we need friends. Yeah, that is where we need friends for sure. But yeah, I mean they bought them for $7.5 billion cash sale. So I only see this as a positive move, right? You're talking about Fallout's engine. Microsoft has plenty of pull with the other studios they've bought with different engines they use that could be implemented for future titles from the Fallout series. I see it as a big win for Game Pass, as we see already. Doom Eternal is now part of Game Pass, so that's already a reflection of this purchase. So I think it's all good news. We have one of my favorite game series of all time, Dishonored, which is like, please, just Microsoft. I know you're usually kind of hands off on the studios and what they're doing. Just nudge them a little bit. I would like another Dishonored title because they are fantastic games. I love them. I think I love them more than Doom. I know they're kind of two separate things, but
You heretic.
I know. Doomslayer's gonna be knocking
Metal
at my
is
door
life.
later. Right? So, then Wolfenstein, Elder Scrolls, Prey,
Yep.
All those. I'm sure we'll see them come to Game Pass as staples now as part of the service.
What's funny is that I've seen the result of what's happened there manifest on LinkedIn. So they bought them, and now Activision and Bethesda and Raven Software, which is like a little branch of Activision, are hiring plethoras of testers in my area and stuff. Yes, I applied. I'm retired now, so I can do things like that.
Exactly. Hey, dude.
So that would be
awesome.
Fucking awesome.
That would be dope.
Like a serious bucket list thing.
Hell yeah,
I will
man.
turn into grandma's boy. Is what's going to happen. Just minus the pot, because I can't afford that many Cheetos. But
Exactly. But yeah, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome, dude. I wish you the best of luck with that for sure.
it'd be cool.
That would be totally cool, man. Be totally cool.
But we'll see. We'll see how all that kind of transpires. But I really do. I want to see stuff from the initiative. I want to see a Fallout game run on Unreal instead of.
Dude.
Would that not be awesome?
That would look amazing.
Can we have some updated graphics?
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That's right.
For sure.
That'd be
And I'm
really
not
cool.
even a huge Fallout fan. I'm just not. That's franchise never really grabbed on me. But I know enough about it to know it's very much a love-hate situation for the fans of that franchise.
Yep.
So
You either like it or you don't. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah. So that's what's going on there. I mean, I think it's a big move. Another feather in the cap for Microsoft, more or less, of all the studios. But yeah, like you said, touch on the initiative. It's been crickets for a long time now. I've heard nothing from this.
They haven't
Nothing.
acquired any really big new talent recently. Like they were there for a
them.
couple months. Like
Yeah.
Every month was like a big name.
Yep, I haven't seen any news like that. So
I'm waiting for Microsoft to buy Sony.
no way.
Like I'm waiting until they get big enough that they just like absorb Sony too.
Just jump them.
They'll start
Yeah.
with Nintendo. They'll just kind of like slowly grab them up and then
Oh my gosh, Microsoft,
they're like fucking umbrella.
it's ridiculous, man. They got so much money.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of Microsoft, there's another big player in the game streaming service now that launched, which is Amazon. So Amazon Luna got announced, back about a month ago. Like I said, we're a little late to it, but we're going to talk about it. So Amazon has revealed Luna, which is its cloud gaming service, similar to xCloud and Stadia.
Yeah.
Has early access this month. It's supposed to go live with early access, and you can sign up to get an invite and all that stuff now. They showed the controller. The controller looks good. It features an Alexa button, which when held down allows users to boot up specific games via voice commands, similar to what Xbox had with Cortana, right? That's kind of how I picture that, right? So, and the controller, $50. Not bad. It looks almost like an Xbox controller. Similarly, the offset thumbsticks and then a D-pad and XYAB buttons and whatnot. So, yeah, I don't know how it's gonna shape up because Stadia's kind of not really doing so well. So is this something where Amazon saw an opening because of Stadia's missteps? So we'll see.
Yeah, there's a part of me that wants it to be like cool because I'm like most of the rest of the US and pretty committed to my Amazon products in my house and stuff.
Yeah.
But like the thing that I didn't pick up on is, do I have to have what is it, the Echo?
Right, an Echo or the next Alexa-enabled device. No, I think the only thing you might need to have is a Fire Stick or a Fire TV device.
Okay.
to use that, to use the service. And the base service is going to be $6 a month. And they kind of have broken it out into channels, right? So $6 a month, and this, the Luna specific channel will feature, it says, a broad selection of games from various developers. So, and then where's the other thing I'm looking at? This is from Engadget, by the way.
Friend of them.
Yes.
Good people.
So by the end of early access, Amazon is aiming to have around 50 games in Luna Plus, including Control, Resident Evil 7, Tacoma, Metro Exodus, and Sexy Brutale. Subscribers will have the option to pay more for additional channels, each of which will support curated or publisher-specific games. The first publisher...
So EA's going to have their own shit on there or something?
Right. The first publisher on the Luna train is Ubisoft, and its channel will have around 50 games in early access, including same-day releases of upcoming titles like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, and Immortals Phoenix Rising. So it's more than Stadia, but less than xCloud? Or less than Game Pass, rather. So it's like you pay $6 a month, you'll have this initial channel of just like 50 games that you stream that are curated by Amazon. Or then you can purchase like a channel that is developer specific. So that's what I'm gathering from this. So like you'd purchase a Ubisoft channel, which gives you all the Ubisoft games, or an EA channel, or an Activision channel, or whatever. So it's very interesting kind of format. I guess you have to see the ultimate pricing on that when it comes out, like how much each channel is going to cost. Yeah. Because if you're only like, well, I only really, I don't like EA games, I only like Ubisoft games, and that's, Ubisoft plus Luna, is $12 a month or whatever. Okay, that maybe that's something good for you. And all you need is a Fire Stick. You don't need to buy a $400 or $500 console.
Yep.
Maybe
I don't know. I'm gonna have to see it in action a little bit. Yeah. I was kind of see stuff from the field of people actually doing the beta and all that, and kind of see what the good word is before I really kind of jump on that ship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from a business plan perspective, right? And I made a note on this. I can kind of see this going with all of Amazon's offerings into like an Amazon One kind of ecosystem where you have like your Amazon Prime. You pay for Amazon Prime yearly, right? Amazon One, and it's a all-inclusive monthly fee of all these Amazon services, like Amazon Prime shipping, Twitch Prime, which you already get as an Amazon Prime member. You get the Amazon Video stuff unlocked, right? Like you have the free stuff with it, but then there's the paid stuff, so it's more paid for stuff that's unlocked with this. The Amazon Music Unlimited is included, Ring security system, and then you have Amazon Luna Plus tagged into that for one big monthly fee. The attraction there being it's one place you're paying versus I'm paying Netflix, I'm paying Hulu, I'm paying Xbox, I'm paying all these different places, and like it might be $100 a month, but that's one payment of $100 a month versus all this different spread out stuff.
Yep.
So I think if they play it right, it could really take off for them with that, and include like an extra channel subscription for your Luna Plus, service with it. And you can change that on a rotating monthly basis as more channels are added. Like, okay, I had the Ubisoft one, I don't want that anymore. I can choose my other free one as this or that. Yeah.
And you see that with like PlayStation Network doing their polls, and then like Xbox Games with Gold. So I could see that very well being a thing of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you put it that way, it kind of sounds a little bit better. Sounds like it's sweet.
I mean, $100 sounds pretty high, but I mean, even if it's...
Yeah, I get what you put.
Yeah. I don't know. I can see that being pretty good deal there. Could make an impact for sure. Oh, man. But you know what? No, what else makes an impact? Long hours at game studios. That's right. That's my next segue.
Crunch time.
Yep, crunch time is back at CD Projekt Red for Cyberpunk 2077. So CD Projekt Red promised a long time ago that they will not be doing crunch, but as of the end of September, they broke that promise and will be forcing employees to work 6 days a week.
And I think that sucks, but I think that that's better than like other crunch times that you hear out there where it's like 7 days a week, 12 to 14 hours. Like,
yes. So in regards to other developers and their stories of crunch, that this is on the less severe side for sure, right?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, now those other developers went on the record said, "Yep, we're never going to do crunch." So, when a developer breaks a promise to their employees, it's a bad look. Regardless of the title, that is the reason behind the crunch, or the scale of it, of the project. It just looks kind of bad. But this comes to us from The Verge. I'm going to do a quick rundown here. Cyberpunk 2077 developer CD Projekt Red has told employees that 6-day work weeks will be mandatory ahead of the game's November 19th release date, even though the studio has repeatedly and explicitly promised it would never do that. On 2 separate occasions in 2019, studio co-founder told game journalist Jason Schreier how it would address crunch, once even saying that we want to be more humane and treat people with respect. It seemed pretty clear from excerpts like this that mandatory crunch was not going to be part of it. So there's a little excerpt from the interview previously. Jason Schreier asked, if I'm a designer at CD Projekt Red and I say, you know what, I have kids, I have a family, I'm going to work from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, and that's it, even until the very end. Am I going to be okay with that? Co-founder says, yes, no matter what, Jason replied. Co-founder says, yes, so you can commit to that. Co-founder says, we've committed to that already.
I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, I think it's on the kind of less side, and I think the public's been waiting for this game for a decade already. They've pushed back the date twice.
I believe so. Yep.
So they pushed it back twice already.
Mm-hmm.
Like there has to be a middle ground. Like as a company, right? Just as a company, if you say that you're going to give it to your people, you're going to release your products at X amount of time, and you're trying to be as humane as possible, whatever, there has to be like extra push from the employees too, right? To be able to make that first deadline.
Yeah.
We've passed 2 of those now. So there has to be a middle ground. And it sounds like a good compromise. 6 days a week. It's not going to kill you for like a month. It's just not. I've done worse. Maybe that's just me being a prick, but
no, I agree with you, man. I agree. I mean, again, if something worth reporting, it's less severe than some other game developers for sure. But in the industry that is fraught with crunch and huge amounts of extended hours and long work weeks for months at a time, the mental health toll.
Shit.
It's you got to take that all into account, man. You got to look at the people behind the product that you want made. So they're your number one, investment. So that's at least how I look at it. So if you're not taking care of them, someone else will.
Yeah, well,
in most cases.
In this industry, maybe not.
Yeah. True.
Telltale Games, for instance.
Yeah. Ouch. Yeah. That's yeah. Just yeah.
I should pop my head.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. But yeah, so there's that. But, we'll see. The game's going to come out. People are going to love it. And maybe in the end, it'll just be like, oh, it was all worth it.
Yeah, that's kind of what maybe to take a little bit of the salt out of the wounds, I guess maybe some kind of profit sharing on it on the back end, because they're actually getting rewarded at that point, right? They're vested in what they've put out so far.
Yeah.
That would kind of be cool.
That would be cool. Who the hell is mowing their grass at 8:30 at night?
Crackhead?
There's someone. I mean, I don't think there's any of those in my neighborhood, but you can never be too sure. I don't see Tyrone Biggums out there from Chappelle's Show, so I think I'm in the clear.
Y'all get some of them lawnmowers.
Oh my god! But yeah, dude, so I hear something I'm like, what the hell is that? Okay.
It's funny.
Yeah, moving along, man. We're keeping it moving so we can get to our big topic of discussion. And I kind of want to, I've debated whether to bring this topic up or not because I honestly, we'll get to that later, but I'd honestly like maybe a third party to take place in this discussion of the female gender. Because, you know, as Caucasian males, we have a specific view of things sometimes, even though we try to be more open-minded. Sometimes, you know, things as they may be, you only see one particular path with. We'll get to that. We'll get to that topic.
Yeah,
you'll understand.
I'm interested.
We'll get to that topic. So next news story comes from us from the Xbox Wire. Xbox Game Pass members are now going to get EA Play on November 10th. So if you like EA Play and EA games, that's going to come to your Xbox Game Pass subscription start in November. Now and then I think New Year, it's coming to Game Pass for PC as well. So, which also, this news also tied into an email the next day about my Game Pass for PC subscription getting raised. Not a fan of that. I'm like, EA, you can keep that EA Play crap out of my Game Pass subscription and keep my price lower. I don't want it, but it's going to be there.
No, help me here because I'm kind of struggling a little bit with EA. Like anytime I think of EA, I always think of Madden. I always think of like sports games.
Yeah, FIFA, Madden.
Yeah, what else do they have?
So EA has Titanfall. Okay, EA has Star Wars games.
Yeah.
EA has Unraveled.
I never played that. It looked cute as shit.
Yeah, it looked really cool. EA has a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so like
Extra?
Battlefront.
They have the new Star Wars Force Awakens.
Pretty much all the microtransaction games, they have a big hand in those. Cool. Right on. That's why I don't play them. Nice.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, that's cool. I mean, you know, I took a poll when this first news came out, and most people seemed excited for it. I mean, that's cool. You know, don't let my saltiness for EA dissuade you.
We can all like different stuff, I promise.
You know what? The best game is the game you like and how you like to play it.
Yep.
So
even if it's Fallout 76.
Even if it's big facts. So it looks like you just got a delivery.
I did.
Oh, beverage.
Cracking a cold one.
There you go. Oh, Monster. There it is. There it is. What fine person delivered you that beverage?
Kira.
Kira? Yeah, he was on a show a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You want to say hi to Bob?
Yeah. Kira.
I'll be in Japan.
Yo, what up, dude? Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, so he's one of the other fine coffee roasters.
Oh, nice.
So
that's what's up.
We work out in the same building, and today was rather brutal. So he went to go grab something to munch real quick and was kind enough to bring me a Monster.
That's fantastic. That is a good friend right there, bro.
Yeah.
That's a good friend. So anyway, EA, Game Pass, cool.
Yeah.
More games to add to the library for your buck.
I can look for one.
Yeah. So
there's a bright spot.
Yeah, there's a bright spot. Always look on the positive side. Even though we're salty old men. We try to look on the bright spot sometimes. Fact. So speaking of Xbox and all things Microsoft, this dude, I did not see this one coming, bro. This one caught me off guard. And the optics of it at first when I read it, I was like, okay, it's not really going to affect anything that much. But then just last week, another article kind of touching on it some more came out, and I was like, oh, okay. What I'm talking about is GameStop and Microsoft are partnering. This is crazy. This came from the GameStop press release on their site. So this is nuts to me. So here we go. GameStop announces multi-year strategic partnership with Microsoft. I'm going to try to summarize this because it is a long ass read. All the links to the sources and news articles we pulled from will be in the description below, as well as the show notes for listeners in your preferred podcast platform listening thing of choice. So anyway, back to it. Partnership aims to advance GameStop's key strategic pillars and extend its digital omnichannel ecosystem. A bunch of word salad says we're trying to bring them back out of the 6 feet in the ground. More or less. Can it be done? Yeah. Let's see. So, the company today announced it has entered a multi-year strategic partnership agreement with Microsoft Corp, further advancing its strategy to expand its physical and digital video game offerings, as well as enhance the company's retail technology infrastructure. With over 5,000 retail stores worldwide and its world-class e-commerce platform, GameStop leverages its vast customer network, PowerUp Rewards, and omni-channel capabilities to deliver enhanced gaming solutions to its customers. Keep in mind all those things I just said. This is from the GameStop website, so they're gonna bloat things a little bit and do a little puffing. Okay.
Fact.
Through this partnership, GameStop will standardize the company's business operations on Microsoft's cloud solutions and hardware products to deliver rich new digital experiences to customers, creating the ultimate gaming destination for gamers in its vision to be the premier omni-channel customer access point for video game products. Okay, so that's the intro. Let's talk about what this includes, this partnership. The partnership includes enterprise and commercial elements. So this is where I started saying, this isn't really going to do much when I first read this. And then the second article we'll get to after this that kind of touches a little more. Under this agreement, GameStop will standardize its back-end and in-store solutions on Dynamics 365, which is Microsoft's portfolio of cloud-based business applications and customer data platform, empowering associates with integrated experience across its business operations, including finance, inventory, e-commerce, retail, and point of sale. So it's basically saying this partnership with Microsoft, we're going to use Microsoft's platform to manage our end-to-end business operations, more or less, right? From inventory and warehouses to the POS system in the store. Microsoft is involved in that all the way. Okay, great. So it's going to provide them real-time data, which is great, on customer preferences and purchasing history, real-time information on product availability, subscriptions, pricing, promotions, to provide a differentiated and personalized in-store customer experience, which that's good. If that can be done, that is good. If it could provide a differentiated and personalized in-store experience, that would be great. I think, and I don't say this lightly, you will have to invest more in retraining the existing employees.
Yeah.
And I say it because I think, based on my limited GameStop experience over the last couple of years, I stopped going. So I'm only assuming it's gotten either the same or worse. And based on these articles I've read, worse. And this isn't a slam on GameStop. We wish them the best. We've thought of ideas to try to save them on previous episodes. But they've developed a culture of defeatism, I think, is kind of the from what I read. Again, I haven't gone to GameStop in forever. Most of them are closed down around me now. So because it's the passion of the sales associates doesn't really seem to be there like it was years ago. Yeah. And maybe that is from a culture thing from the top down. I don't know. I'm assuming it is, where, a company is not doing well, quarter over quarter, they're making cuts, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're making changes. The whole, let's make our store look like a hot topic. I'm sure they're, that kind of tanks morale, right? Yeah. People that apply at GameStop stores are usually people who love games. You start bringing in other things that are like not directly game related, maybe like, third party game. Yeah. Like
4,000 Pokemon shirts that I have to walk through to get to the fucking register.
Right. Exactly. That stuff.
Yeah. It feels like I'm in a game hot topic.
Yeah.
Anytime I go on a GameStop anymore. I haven't been probably in year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
Because of the customer service.
And that's what I'm saying. That's a big part of it, right?
Yep.
And I'm not saying every store is like this. I'm not saying every person that works at GameStop is like this. I'm saying from the experiences I've had at the stores in my area are aligned with the experiences
Yep.
you've had in your area. And we are on two separate ends of the United States coast.
Yep.
So that's that. Just saying. So let's see. Additionally, associates will be equipped with new Microsoft Surface devices that will transform the in-store experience and help unlock new retail experiences in the future. Okay, so they're going to equip everybody with Surface devices to do their stuff. That's cool. This is one thing that I saw initially in this article that gave me a little bit of hope. GameStop has expanded its Xbox family of product offerings to include Xbox All Access, which provides an Xbox console and 24 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to players with no upfront cost. So that's a program that was exclusive to Microsoft before, right? Like that was something that Microsoft and Xbox were strictly doing called All Access, where you could go through their website, pick your Xbox, which version Xbox you wanted, and they would do like basically a no interest payment plan through a third party financing company, and just like you pay a monthly fee, like $24.99 or $34.99, I think it was. So you had like Xbox One S package, Xbox One X package. So that's cool. They're able to do that now at GameStop.
Yeah.
So that kind of perked me up a little bit. Okay, that's kind of a cool move, because people are like, oh, I want to trade in some games or do this or that, and they're like, oh, hey, you want to get an Xbox? Well, no, I can't afford. I can't afford that. Well, there's no upfront cost. So, tell me more.
Yep.
So and you know that kind of aligns with everything that's become a as a service model, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is no just purchasing things outright as much as there used to be anymore. So we're in a renting mindset now, or leasing mindset for most everything anymore. So this kind of aligns with that. So and I'm okay with it. I think it's a good deal. So, but yeah, what do you think, man? I threw a lot of words at you.
Well, I think that well, there is a lot to digest, and just in that right there. I'm interested, just on a side note, I'm interested, like if I go into the GameStop, if I'm going to unlock an achievement, I think that'll be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
But I think that with that kind of partnership, I think that there is a lot of room for getting back to the basics. You know, we were talking about how it feels like when you go to a GameStop, for us in our various experiences, it feels like it's really not about the gaming community anymore, right? It's like a cash grab.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows throughout everything they do. Through this merger, you know, you can talk a lot of shit on Xbox, you can talk a lot of shit on all the different platforms, but when it comes down to community, Xbox is pretty hardcore about taking care of the community, and actually giving stuff to the community. And I think if GameStop can glean some of that, and they can get some tutelage in getting it back to the gaming community, I think that maybe we could see a resurgence of GameStop's not sucking. We could see like the midnight parties for game releases again.
Yeah.
And because I went to a couple of those, I thought they were amazing, man. I had so much fun at the Halo 2 one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they used to be awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I would love to do stuff like that again.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I hope. I'm very hopeful. But
that's good.
Until we see execution, I don't know.
Yeah. So speaking of hopeful, it's looking even more hopeful for GameStop even after that article, because another one came out from Ars Technica that says Microsoft will give GameStop a share of Xbox's digital revenues. This is crazy. I've never heard of this. So more or less, they're the portion of the revenue sharing is still up for debate, apparently, right? So, buried in the press release. So this is referencing, someone actually took time to read that whole press release. I was just condensing. They basically quote a part here. That announcement focused heavily on GameStop agreeing to use Microsoft's cloud infrastructure, but buried in that press release, though, was a vague sentence that could be much more important to GameStop's future. GameStop and Microsoft will both benefit from the customer acquisition and lifetime revenue value of each gamer brought into the Xbox ecosystem. And then, so they say investors honed in on that sentence. Someone quotes, I received an email, GameStop investor relations representative Eric Cerny. I received an email from Eric Cerny, and in the email he said, we are allowed to state we will receive a portion of the downstream revenue from any device we will bring into the Xbox ecosystem.
I don't know. It might give them that kind of surge that they need. Because what it's been, how many months has it been since they've actually had a quarter that was profitable? It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Not even being hateful, like you're trying to talk smack. Like it's a legit question. It's been a hot second since GameStop had a profitable quarter, and it just painful.
It is painful. It is painful. And then further in the article, it says how they outlined it was with the conversations with GameStop management. This is how it was outlined. The way it's going to work is for every Microsoft Xbox console that GameStop sells going forward, GameStop will get some percentage of the revenue from every digital full game download, DLC, microtransaction, and any subscriptions as well. Wow.
It's a lot.
That's like everything, bro. The only thing they didn't list there was accessories. Like,
even if that's like just 0.25% per customer or something, that would be, that could be a lot of money.
Yeah, it could be a lot of money.
I want that deal.
Right? Sign me up. Sign me up. Sign me up, bro.
You're gonna have a jacuzzi filled with Fago at the end of it. That's what's gonna become.
Oh god, jacuzzi filled with Fago. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's so good. No, who doesn't want a tub full of Fago? An adult entertainer that got legal action taken against her by Nintendo. So, terrible segue. But I'm trying. These segues, they're not good. So again, this comes from our friends at Ars Technica. We have plenty of friends there. Great if you didn't know.
Great people. Yep.
Talk to them every week. So Nintendo forces rebranding for adult entertainer Pokey Princess.
Digital Princess now, right?
She has changed her name now to Digital Princess. So Nintendo has issued a cease and desist order against a popular social media influencer for using Pokemon branding and imagery in her handle and products. But while the influencer, formerly known as Pokey Princess, acknowledges her legal mistakes, she also feels she has been targeted by Nintendo for a very specific reason. She quotes, Nintendo doesn't want people to think I'm in any way, shape, or form affiliated with them or that I have a partnership with them, and it all comes down to me being an adult entertainer.
Yeah. It's like a company that's focused on kids, duh. Like, I'm not trying to be hateful.
No,
what are you doing, like pong ball trips with the Pokeball? What do you...
Right? Like, I don't even... I'm like, that...
But, I read the article, too, and she was actually really cool about it. It seemed like she was really cool about it. She's like, yeah, it's just business. I totally understand. She it didn't look like she was salty about it at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
yeah. I mean, the other thing is too, like,
it's not an adult thing.
She has a t-shirt that actually has a Pokeball on it though. One of her like branded merch. So I'm like, kind of asked for it. Like, it's one thing to have the name.
Nintendo doesn't play.
But if you start taking like legit imagery from their brand and putting it on your stuff and selling it, like, no,
Yeah,
they're gonna get you. They'll find out and they will end you.
Yeah, Nintendo doesn't play. They are just brutal. They will copy strike a YouTube videos like at a drop of a hat.
Yep.
Instantly, if you're doing their stuff without permission.
Yep.
You have to go through a whole process to get okay to use their stuff.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think
I looked at some of their stuff because I was like, oh, it'd be cool to do a couple streams and stuff with Nintendo. And I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. They've lightened up a little bit on it, but they're still kind of like, meh. Yeah. It's crazy, man. So
the company's been around since what, the First or Second World War? They used to sell card decks.
okay.
They used to sell little actually like in-person games before they went that route.
Huh.
So it's something that's very dear to the people that work there. It's like a cultural deal, you know. So yeah. I get how they want to protect it and stuff.
Sure.
And I can't tell you how much when I can't stand poke porn anymore. I can't handle it in my Google searches for stuff. Like it hurts my face, man. Pikachu shouldn't be used like that. Don't do it. So I kind of know where they're coming from, man.
I feel you. I understand. Oh God. So yeah, apparently she's had that name, the Poke Princess name, for like 8 years. So it's kind of a change. So now she's known as Digital Princess. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you can't go using Pokeballs and stuff.
No, you can't be doing that. So. Yeah. So adult entertainers, man. So that leads us into the topic with a little bit of time left. But again, maybe we should keep it for another show.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yes.
And I think it would be good to get a different point of view.
Yes. So I have
it written down.
I think I'm going to save it. I don't know. I'll get someone in here. I'll see who I can con into going on this train wreck of a show.
Hey, friend.
Hey, bud. Got an hour to spare on Saturday night.
You know, any plans Saturday? Nothing weird.
Nothing. Nope, nothing weird. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about video game stuff.
Yeah, all game stuff. Yep. Adult conversation. So we'll save it. So the topic, I'll lead into it maybe for the next episode if I can get some. Oh gosh, I almost used the wrong choice of words.
Nice.
I almost said female talent.
Yeah, right after the end of that topic.
Poor choice of words, Evan. Poor choice of words. Get a well-spoken, friendly, personable female from the streaming community or active in video games to come on here and talk about this topic. And this is the topic. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I hope you're ready. Hope you're ready. I've noticed a trend lately, and maybe I'm late to the game. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, old. All are possible. There seems to be a rise, and I'm not saying it's a one-to-one. I'm not saying it's always 100% true. I'm saying a rise in the amount of folks in the game industry. Now, that could be very popular people or popular game streamers or smaller game streamers. It doesn't matter. Having OnlyFans accounts, which, as far as I know, OnlyFans is for 18 and up content, if you will.
Lewd content.
Content. Yes, NSFW content. And maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't have an account there. I don't plan to have an account there. So this is a very cursory opinion from what I've seen and know from social media about the platform. So I think it's behoove us to have a female's take on this, right? And what this is, what it entails. You know, if they even have an OnlyFans, if they don't, it doesn't matter. Just kind of what their view of it is, what they think is the reasoning behind the rise of it, and you know, is there more than meets the eye, or is it exactly what we think it is? So, you know, I want to be proven wrong sometimes.
Well, I don't know. It sounds like I'm going to be doing research at like 2 a.m. so my kids don't bust me, but I'll take one for the team. I'll go look this up.
Go use that in private browsing.
I wonder, because and this is one of those things that there's a difference, right? There's a difference between X-rated content and lewd content, and then like maybe some risque kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a difference if I'm just posing sexy, like topless, right? But you're not seeing any of my little bits,
right?
You know, and there's another kind of deal if, you know, it's me versus a school bus full of people, you know, there's kind of a different deal. So,
right.
I don't know. I think that it could be a good topic, but yeah, I don't feel confident enough right now to be able to talk it, because that's something I don't frequent.
Yeah, same.
And here. I'm not saying anybody that does. I don't give a shit. Like, whatever, as long as you're not hurting anybody, like whatever, I don't give a fuck.
Sure. Facts, big facts. So, yeah, man. So that's something y'all can look forward to. Hopefully, in one of the upcoming shows. Maybe the next show be, when will it be? Because Halloween, we won't be doing one the weekend of Halloween, unfortunately. So we're gonna have like a 2 or 3 week gap, 2-week gap between, because Halloween, you know, family stuff, family first. See, it just all goes back together. So hopefully that's exactly. That should hopefully give me enough time to maybe secure a guest host for that topic of the show, and we'll probably keep it limited to just that topic, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
And maybe just do a very quick cursory game news, like rundown, like, you know, maybe 15 minutes of that.
Scruncho, man, Scruncho is a great. She's
awesome,
yeah. I've hopped in. I've watched some of her YouTube content. I haven't. She used to be on Mixer. I don't know if she's on YouTube streaming now or if she's on Twitch. I think. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. So
I'm not sure. I don't know. But she's actually moved into actually doing game dev stuff now too.
Oh, really?
She's with the dev studio.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it should be a good one.
Okay. I will.
I love you, Scruncho, even though that I don't talk too much, but
yeah. Facts. Okay, cool, man. Cool. Yeah, I'll check her out. See if I can reach out to her and get a response. I mean, I know if she's in dev stuff, she's probably super busy too. So, But yeah, we'll go with that. I think that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Thank you all for watching or listening. And again, we are Fresh Takes Gaming. Peace out.
Deuces.